Ah, we are finally back at a good old mast. Did you want to talk to me, Andrea?
I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. We spoke of the difference between having a purpose and having goals. I believed myself right in the moment and dismissed what you were saying. But thinking more, perhaps I have been arrogant to assume I am right. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it.
You're the only one who can answer that.
I know. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet,
Whatever you've done, I won't hold it against you.
no, that is not what I'm trying to say. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence.
It's clearly taken a toll on you.
It certainly influenced the way I see the universe. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning.
We're social creatures. Life is better when we're surrounded by others.
Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea. But therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others.
I'm here for you if you need me.
I appreciate that more than you know.
Right. Let's head in. Right, the devils you know, apparently. I thought the research was...
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
This stuff is looked over by top men. Top men.
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
Okay. Oh, that door should open inwards. I only got slammed and concussed then.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
Who's this? Wait a minute.
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
You look familiar. Were you in a movie or something? I know it.
Not quite. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus.
You should be dead.
Admiral during the Colony War. One previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
What? My god, the UC's been lying all this time.
Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help, though I am curious. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
She told me she's your clone.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
I'm listening.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the colony war. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Not sure I like the sound of this.
One task. That's all I require. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
This is crazy. Look at that smirk on his face. I need to think about this.
By all means.
Oh. Well, I guess so.
You find Orlaise, deal with him, and you bring me the evidence. I'll give you the location of the research team.
Consider him dust.
Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
No. Do I trust Hadrian saying he's an evil man, or do I get swept away with his charisma?
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
What is it?
Let's get moving.
I will watch your back.
My. Well, that's not good that they've kept him alive. The whole thing with the peace thing was to have these guys, you know, killed.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
There's an executed war criminal in your basement. Deputy, I was not prepared for that.
Surprised me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making. I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this. All right?
Why hasn't Hadrian been told?
The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself.
The Freestar Collective at least should be told about this.
No, they really shouldn't. And bringing up what you've learned outside this building will make you, Captain, look like a crazy person. I don't want that, and you certainly don't want that. So you need to keep this to yourself. Now, was there something in particular you wanted to discuss about your meeting?
The prisoner asked me to deal with this Dr. Orlees. Figured you and I should discuss it.
Dr. Reginald Orlees? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlees is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
The location of Hadrian's old team.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
I suppose, I didn't have anything else to discuss.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
I don't like this. Well, everyone has the research data. Maybe they can do something on their own. Let's take a break from this. There's a lot of thinking. I think we should find all the money can buy. We probably should take Walter to... Maybe we should talk... I feel like we should talk to the Freestar Collective. I think that's a good idea right now. It's lovely and dark here. I wonder what Gran would think about this, you know.
Watch it. Ships coming and going all the time.
It's crazy.
To normal yet?
Mostly. Still feels a little weird, though. Guess I'm not used to having the tube out. But it's nothing that would keep me from getting back out there.
You need to give it more time, Helga.
Guess that means you won't be telling the Marshal that I'm approved for field duty.
Guess someone's not approved for field duty then.
Place in broad daylight?
Seems that way.
That's pretty crazy, even by Shawgang standards.
Well, nobody ever accused those boys of having an overabundance of common sense.
Ain't that the truth?
Need something?
Yes.
You got some business with me?
Marshall sent me.
Oh. Well, if the Marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do. Well, the Freestar Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Freestar Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do.
That's admirable.
Like most things that are worth doing, it ain't always easy. But do I think we make the Freestar Collective a little safer for everyone? Yeah, I do. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can.
Is it paying work?
I'll say right up front that if you're looking to get rich, this ain't the line of work for you. But yeah, we do get paid from time to time to help with expenses and such.
Good. What authority do the Freestar Rangers have?
Well, in theory, a Freestar Ranger can go anywhere in Freestar Collective space, even private property. But of course, it doesn't always work out that way. We also have jurisdiction over any local security when we're tracking a fugitive.
Okay, are there a lot of Rangers?
The number's always changing due to retirements, recruiting, and unfortunately, death in the line of duty. But as far as I know, there's never been more than a dozen Rangers at any one time.
Okay. I know what I need to do. Let's continue.
Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers?
I want to join. Let's go.
I hope you understand the responsibility you are taking on.
Before I hand you a badge, I need to know you can handle the job. You helped out with the hostage situation, but sometimes people just get lucky. Tell you what, use the mission terminal and take one of the listed jobs. Your choice. Come back alive, and we'll talk about you joining up.
Okay, I'll do it.
Then I suggest you get going.
Where's the terminal?
Well, hey there.
Hold on. You know what? I'll do you one better. I'll do all of them. We do have, I'm pretty sure we do have, don't we have any bounty missions? We had some bounty missions. Bounty that got away. Oh yeah, we need to help that other bounty hunter. And then there's plenty of activities to do too. Well, let's go and kill some outlaws. I actually, in our downtime, Andrea, put together a nice looking weapon. They were. Something called the Regulator. It looks very nice. Yeah, this place, we haven't really walked around it at all. So we got the bank, we were there earlier. We got hitching post. Imagine we can pick up new people. Got the shepherds. Probably sell some stuff, right?
Want to do your business quick. Rangers plan on dropping by for an order soon.
Got a spacesuit workbench, that's pretty cool. Roland Arms, hey, here we go, now we're talking. Hey, how's it going?
Outlaws, Ashta, those bandits from the Shaw gang. This can be a dangerous place. Best to carry a reliable piece. Just so you know, keep it to self-defense.
Thanks. Because this is my true baby, this is. I love this gun. Yeah, sorry Andrea, I talk about my guns quite often. We got some food over here. Pretty sure, yeah, Co-Heritage Museum. Let's go in here.
Come here for a half day? Full day?
A half day. I talked with Miss Kassler, and she'll give a full guided tour.
I mean...
Let's have a look in here.
Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. Hi! Please feel free to have a look around. It's the reason I started this place.
I travel a lot. I keep my eyes open for things for your museum. Oh. Tell me about Solomon Coe.
Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars.
I find stories of early pioneering very fascinating.
The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today.
That's pretty cool. I like to learn about the Aquila City.
Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall.
Tell me what happened after.
There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Freestar Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to.
Sounds good. How's the museum going?
Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips.
I travel a lot. I can keep my eyes open for things for your museum.
There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally.
Oh, but I will.
Would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
I can see why you'd want it for the museum.
Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it.
I'll keep my ears open.
Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. I hope you enjoyed your visit.
Right, let's see what we got here first. Double bone horn. Got a rifle. Yeah, there were missing documents definitely here. Like, should there be something here? I guess so. Is this it? This is the museum. That can't be it, right? Perhaps it's better off, I really should get some more things then. What's up here? Is this a house? A Sanctum Universum. For sale? What's for sale down here? Midtown. That way. Oh, that's up here. Oh, I'm guessing that's an apartment that's for sale. Sinclair's books.
Could I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
I sell books, physical books.
Space is a premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Wait, can't we?
We're done here. If you ever find an old Earth printing of City of God, I have been looking for it for ages.
City of God, okay. Oh. Permanently reload and draw. Okay, yeah, definitely want to do that. I wonder if we can get any books from here that will point to Earth again or anything.
My husband. I think he would have liked what I've done here. He so loved books. Happily, feel free to read. This is a haven for all that love letters.
I just read about 50 books in an instant. You really love books, don't you?
Movies, slates, theater, all have their appeal. But books, you can get a window to mankind in its earliest days. Whether adventure with Homer, or the actual thoughts of Julius Caesar penned in his own hands. And they offer visions of the future and wonderfully impossible things and might-have-beens. So, yeah, I do like books.
Do you run this store by yourself?
Yes, I had a husband, but he's no longer with us. We loved to travel, and always we'd be looking for rare books. Most of what you see here are mementos. It's sometimes hard to sell, but books are not meant to be hoarded. They're meant to be shared and spark something in us.
Are there many books you're looking for?
I am a bit of an aficionado of old Earth novels. Well, truth be told, it's more of an obsession. Reading their stories is a revelation, not only for, the pure imagination, but the window you get into long-gone historical eras. I'll pay handsomely for any books you find like that. Except Charles Dickens. Definitely not Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens. Okay. Feel the same way about a good book.
Who doesn't?
If I have any books for Old Earth collection, I'll send them to you.
W.E.B. Du Bois, the civil rights activist? He wrote a science fiction novel. I simply must have this. This is real, right? Thank you.
Oh, wait.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure you just had that.
Take your time.
Right, Captain Outlaw. Let's go and get some of these bad guys, shall we? Which system is this dude hiding in?
Hostility will not be tolerated.
Okay. Lock on. That ship's down. But mine never do. Alright, there's one over here.
This one's mine.
It's probably on its way out already. They've been hammering it for a while. Yeah.
And it's over. Unknown vessel, please respond. You don't usually see Crimson Fleet this far out. I'm not sure if we
could have made it out of there without your help.
Ah, you did fine.
We can repay you.
Just some shit reports.
Transferring parts now.
Thank you.
You take care out there.
You too. Right, let's get the,
Inside, clear.
Hey, Barrett. You okay?
You need something? I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
Hope that was a comfort.
It was surreal, honestly. So, most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that.
Oh. Interstellar communication isn't very reliable.
True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted.
Oh.
Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
That must have been difficult to hear, Barrett.
Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. Oh, I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
Who is they?
His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company.
This recording is 20 years old.
It is, but I was thinking about it, and well, it's still wrong, right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
This should be enough.
That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I suppose it does. If Irvin was upset, then it must still be important.
I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
You're welcome. Probably need a decent sight on this weapon.
There you are. Once again, we are triumphant.
We are. Well done. Anywhere else? I don't see another guy. He's gonna be up there, isn't he?
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Someone's firing rockets.
You're not looking
Take him down! Head down!
Modified calibrated drum beat. Interesting. Let's get rid of his sidekicks. There we go. Let's keep necking these things.
You cannot beat me.
Let's take another of those crazy alien bacteria drugs. Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him with that gun. That's a good gun. Crap. My alien juice ran out. Got one more dude, can't find him. Oh, whoa, this guy is beefed up. Any 10 grand this is worth. Let's take it. Had a few of them, didn't he? I think the Beowulf we already got is fine. Kick some ass, Captain.
You've got potential. Just need to see a little more from you. Oh, you're back. How'd it go?
Mission was a success. I'm ready to take the next step.
Good. You did what I asked, so let's go meet the Marshal. Follow me.
Didn't I meet the Marshal already?
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
We're headquartered in the upper floors of the Rock, but we also have remote stations throughout Freestar Collective space. Helps us to identify and respond to threats more quickly. Like I said before, there are less than a dozen Rangers in all, and we operate with limited resources. Thankfully, most people respect us and are willing to cooperate. In this job, your eyes, ears, and wits are every bit as important as your badge and your sidearm.
Yeah, I need to get a little bit better in my persuasive skills, by the sounds of it then. Hello?
Marshal.
Emma, I take it you're here because you're satisfied that our new recruit can handle the job.
Seems capable enough, and we could use the help.
All right then. Step forward, recruit. Let me have a word with you.
Excuse me.
I've got just one question. Do you pledge to defend the people of the Freestar Collective, even if it means risking your own life?
Absolutely, Marshal. That's what I do.
Good. Here, take these. You're now a Freestar Ranger deputy. I'm assigning you to Ranger Wilcox for some field training. Listen good to what she tells you. Welcome aboard, deputy.
Good luck, deputy.
Wish we could throw you a welcome party, but there's work to do. We got word from a farmer on Montera Luna. She says someone's trying to take her farm, and she's afraid she might be in danger.
Sounds simple enough.
Well, most things do at the start. Doesn't mean they stay that way.
Of course.
That being said, best not to assume anything. Just try to keep an open mind. Grab any supplies you might need, and let's get going.
Pay attention to what Ranger Wilcox tells you.
Got it. Right, we are a deputy now. Hey, ain't that good stuff? And we have a mission. Another mission. Oh. Gotta love justice. You would know, a professor like me would be dishing out some justice in the Freestar Collective, as well as in the UC. We're doing all the good we can.
Have been impressed with how much
Whew. Oh, nice. Thank you, sir. Donations are welcome.